Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The Lakers believe Walker Kessler could be the perfect partner for Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. It is confirmed that Walker Kessler will be a free agent in 2026, as he is still recovering from a serious injury and will only return in 2026. The Lakers will have to make an advantageous offer for the player, whose market value has logically been reduced due to the injury. But it will be worth bringing in Walker Kessler, as he dominates the paint perfectly, and center DeAndre Ayton can be a high-level backup, and the Lakers will have defensive and offensive strength in rebounds and the paint. And the Lakers will secure a long future with Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, and Walker Kessler, if they manage to sign him in 2026. Kessler teve uma média de 14 for pontos, 10-8 rebotes e 3-0 assistências por jogo nas 5 primeiras partidas desta temporada. Infelizmente, a temporada que poderia ter sido a grande revelação de Kessler foi prejudicada por uma ruptura do lebron, que o afasta dos gramados pelo resto da temporada. De acordo com o jornalista Grant Afseth, especialista de NBA, Eliseo também afetou a possibilidade de uma grande extensão de contrato como Jazz. Nas negociações contratuais como Jazz, Kessler buscava uma compensação total superior a $120 milhões para uma extensão de contrato de longo prazo, mas o Utah não estava disposto a se comprometer com essa fixa de valor, relatou Afseth. Kessler fez sua exigência e, como é improvável que o Jazz atenda, esta é a oportunidade perfeita para o Los Angeles Lakers. O Los Angeles Lakers finalmente poderá contratar Walker Kessler em 2026. Kessler tem sido alvo de negociação dos Lakers há algum tempo. No entanto, o Jazz ainda não considera nenhuma oferta. Mas o que Afseth relatou a seguir sobre o futuro de Kessler em Utah certamente será a melhor chance do time roxo e dourado de contratar o jovem pivô. Havia uma clara discrepância nas negociações entre Kessler e o Utah, afirmou Afseth. Se Kessler se tornar agente livre após o término de temporada como Jazz, ele precisará buscar ofertas semelhantes no mercado para que sejam equiparadas. Por coincidência, como os Lakers e LeBron James não chegaram a acordo para a renovação de contrato, a organização terá enorme espaço no teto salarial no próximo verão. É claro que parte desse valor será reservada para a renovação do contrato de Austin Reaves, mas o restante poderá ser usado para fechar contrato de longo prazo com Kessler. Lakers injury report. 2 players out versus Suns. The Lakers will be without 2 rotation players as they prepare to face the Suns on the road Sunday night. The Lakers will be short-handed again as they continue their road trip, with availability concerns impacting Sunday's matchup against the Phoenix Suns. According to the team's official injury report, Austin Reaves, left calf strain, and Maxi Kleber, lumbar muscle strain, have both been ruled out. It's yet another game the Lakers will be missing a key piece, but there is optimism they will be whole again soon. The Suns are also dealing with availability questions of their own heading into Sunday's matchup. Devin Booker, right groin strain, and Dylan Brooks, left Achilles soreness, are both listed as questionable, leaving their statuses uncertain. Phoenix will also be without Jalen Green, right hamstring strain, and Isaiah Livers, right hip strain, who have been ruled out, adding further strain to the Suns' rotation. For the Lakers, Reaves is still in the early stages of his recovery after suffering a left calf strain, but J.J. Redick recently confirmed he is due back next week. The shooting guard is having a career year in Los Angeles, averaging 27.8 points, 5.6 rebounds, 6.7 assists, 1.0 steals, and 0.2 blocks per game on 50.3% shooting, 36.9% from 3. Meanwhile, while Maxi Kleber's role has been limited this season, his return to health would give the Lakers more depth and flexibility in their big man rotation. Expect the team to take a cautious approach with Kleber as he works through a back issue. In addition to those absences, Bronny James Jr. will not be with the team, as he is currently assigned to the South Bay Lakers. The young guard has been going back and forth all season, but he did play as recently as December 10th, going scoreless in 1 minute of action. With multiple rotation players unavailable, Los Angeles will once again be forced to reshuffle minutes and lean more heavily on its core contributors, including role players like Rui Hachimura, Marcus Smart, and DeAndre Ayton. The timing is far from ideal, as the Lakers face a Suns team that presents a difficult road test. For a group that has dealt with inconsistent lineups throughout the season, Sunday's game will require sharper execution and added production from everyone stepping into expanded roles. Specifically, Luka Doncic will have to carry a heavier burden to make up for the loss of his teammates. The MVP candidate is already averaging 35.9 points, 9.0 rebounds, 9.0 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.6 blocks per game on 47.1% shooting this season, but he will need to elevate his play even further if the Lakers want to win. LeBron James will also be available against Phoenix, and he is looking better than ever after scoring a season-high 29 points against the 76ers, followed by 19 points and 15 rebounds against the Spurs. If he can carry that momentum into this game, it will provide a major boost in the frontcourt. Ultimately, this matchup represents another test of resilience for the Lakers as they continue navigating injuries and lineup instability. With key pieces sidelined, Los Angeles will need a focused, disciplined effort to stay competitive on the road. How they respond against a banged-up Suns team could say a lot about their ability to weather adversity and keep momentum moving in the right direction as the season grinds on. Lakers HC JJ Redick updates fans on Austin Reaves' calf strain. Lakers head coach JJ Redick shared an update on Austin Reaves' calf strain, which will keep him out of action for a week. The Los Angeles Lakers announced on Friday that guard Austin Reaves will miss time due to a mild left calf strain and will be re-evaluated in 1 week. Following Saturday's practice, head coach Redick provided additional insight regarding the injury. Redick explained that the injury developed gradually rather than from a single play. For him, it's hard to pinpoint an exact time during the game, Redick said. It had started to tighten up the day before, even though he did very light work intentionally. Just one of those things, and we're obviously going to be cautious with it. He added that the strain is grade 1, and Reaves is not expected to miss more than a week. Yeah, it's a mild strain, grade 1. He'll be out a week, Redick said. To avoid worsening the calf strain, the team won't rush Reaves back. I would venture to say every player is a little different, but players now are becoming more cautious, to use that word again, said Redick. More cautious when they get those diagnoses with the calf. But everything looks clean, it's not in the deep part. It should be a week. The timing of the injury is somewhat favorable, as Los Angeles has a relatively light schedule in the coming week. The timing of the injury is somewhat favorable, as Los Angeles has a relatively light schedule in the coming week. Reaves will miss Sunday's game against the Phoenix Suns and Thursday's matchup against the Utah Jazz, with a potential return against the Los Angeles Clippers on Saturday, December 20th, depending on how he progresses. The 27-year-old guard has been a major contributor for the Lakers this season, averaging career highs of 27.8 points, 6.7 assists, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.0 steal per game while shooting 50.3% from the field and 36.9% from three. Reaves has also maintained an 87.5% free throw percentage, flirting with the 50/40/90 club. However, in the last 2 games before the announcement, he experienced a noticeable dip in production, scoring a combined 26 points on 28.1% shooting. Against the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Cup quarterfinals on Wednesday, Reaves scored 15 points on 6 of 16 shooting, along with 8 rebounds and 7 assists, though Los Angeles fell 132-119. Given Reaves' absence, the Lakers will need to adjust their rotation. Redick acknowledged the challenge, mentioning that Reaves plays an important role in making the team's offense function smoothly. Very. He kind of makes a lot of things work for us. For the next week, we'll play different lineups. Bench contributors Marcus Smart, Gabe Vincent, and Jake LaRavia are likely to see increased minutes, while Bronny James and Nick Smith could also receive more playing time. Defense has been a weak spot for Los Angeles, as they allowed 35 transition points against San Antonio, the highest any team has scored against them this season. To tackle these lapses, Redick said the team conducted a film session on Friday. The Lakers, sitting at 17-7 and 4th in the Western Conference, will try to get back to winning ways Sunday against Phoenix, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare without Reeves. Have you seen this guy's resume? Robert Horry urges the Lakers to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the cost of Austin Reeves. Ever since Giannis Antetokounmpo removed the Milwaukee Bucks-related stuff from his social media and reports emerged that he and his agent have begun exploring his future beyond Milwaukee, speculation has intensified about whether the Greek Freak is finally prepared to join a large-market franchise such as the Los Angeles Lakers. However, for the purple and gold to practically pursue a two-time MVP like Giannis, they would likely have to part ways with their most promising and optimistic young talent in Austin Reeves. This sacrifice, Robert Horry feels, might be heart-wrenching yet ultimately necessary. According to the seven-time NBA champion, generational talents like Giannis rarely become available, and when they do, teams must go above and beyond to acquire them. Horry thinks the Lakers should trade AR for Giannis. At just 27 years old, Reeves's ascension has been nothing short of a Cinderella story in Los Angeles. From being undrafted, he has become one of the most reliable options for the team in just his fifth year, as evidenced by his averaging 27.8 points per game in the 2025-26 season. Beyond his numbers, AR brings accountability and bold leadership to the locker room, where he may not be the most vocal player, but can transform from playing second fiddle to scoring 40-point performances and single-handedly leading the team to wins. Giannis, however, represents a different tier altogether. Averaging 28.9 points and 10.1 rebounds per game this season, he remains arguably the best two-way forward in the NBA. Additionally, from Horry's perspective, considering how vulnerable the Lakers look defensively when both Reeves and Luka Doncic are on the floor, Giannis can be an automatic upgrade, so much so that his mere presence under the post can allow Luka to operate with more aggressiveness and freedom on the offensive end. You talk about generational talents, and that's what the Greek Freak is, Horry said on his podcast. He's a generational talent that can do so many things. Everybody's looking at The Shining, what AR is doing right now, but have you seen this guy's resume? MVP? NBA champion? AR is making no defensive team anytime soon. The Lakers should not fall into this trap. That being said, while the idea of a Giannis and Luka superstar pairing looks enticing on paper, there are legitimate concerns from a basketball standpoint. Both players are ball-dominant and most effective with the offense flowing through them, and neither has built a reputation for willingly taking a consistent backseat. This is where Reeves' value becomes even clearer. Much like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander benefits from the selfless presence of Jalen Williams in OKC, Doncic may be best served by a co-star who complements his style rather than competes with it. So while Horry is correct in pointing out that Giannis would be a significant defensive upgrade over Reeves, the trade-off is far from straightforward, especially when one realizes that Giannis has struggled to seamlessly operate next to another All-NBA talent in his career so far. So, as enticing as the prospect may be, the Lakers would have to carefully weigh whether sacrificing chemistry for star power is really worth it. Only time will tell if they are willing to pull the trigger on this one. Lakers notes: Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, Marcus Smart. The Lakers' strong start has covered for an issue that has lingered all season. And that would be defense. Los Angeles is 17-7, but the numbers underneath have been far less flattering, writes Broderick Turner of the Los Angeles Times. The Lakers rank 18th in points allowed at 116.8 per game, 22nd in opponents' field goal percentage and 27th in opponents' three-point shooting. They have been winning anyway. That is the concern. Vanderbilt sees opening, Jared Vanderbilt believes he can help, and the door may be open. Vanderbilt has appeared only briefly over the past 10 games, but a rotation spot has emerged with Austin Reeves sidelined by a mild calf strain. Vanderbilt could see expanded minutes as soon as Sunday in Phoenix. "Oh, yeah, I'm pretty eager," Vanderbilt said after Saturday's practice, via Turner. "A lot of the stuff we lack, I think I can help provide on that end. The Lakers had hoped to be in Las Vegas this weekend for the NBA Cup semifinals, but that path ended Wednesday in a loss to San Antonio in which they surrendered 132 points. Vanderbilt's offensive limitations have kept him on the bench, as he is averaging 4.3 points per game while shooting 43.1% from the field, but his defensive value could become more important if coach J.J. Redick shifts the emphasis. It's been a trending thing even when we were winning, Vanderbilt said. We were just outscoring everybody. Reeves expected back soon. Redick said the team will be cautious with Reeves but does not expect a prolonged absence. Reeves logged nearly 40 minutes Wednesday before the calf issue was discovered. It's a mild strain, grade 1, and he'll be out for a week, Redick said. Everything looks clean. It's not in the deep part. The Lakers are hopeful the approach prevents a longer-term problem. Defense. The message, defense was the focus of a team meeting Friday, according to Marcus Smart, who said the issues are not new. It exposed us a lot, which we already knew, Smart said, via Kobe Price of the Orange County Register. The scouting report against us is we're not guarding people. The message was simple. If the Lakers want their early success to mean something later, the defense has to catch up. Lakers get worst possible. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Austin Reeves trade news. Lakers get worst possible. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Austin Reeves trade news originally appeared on the Sporting News. Add the Sporting News as a preferred source by clicking here. The Los Angeles Lakers emerged as legitimate trade suitors for Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo on December 3. For clarity, ESPN's Shams Charania reported that Antetokounmpo is re-evaluating his future with the Bucks, opening the door for a potential blockbuster trade to the Lakers. Unfortunately, though, a recent trade update involving Antetokounmpo and Austin Reeves is undoubtedly the worst news possible for the franchise. I think the Lakers are, like there's been this dichotomy of either the Lakers stand pat or they try to make some crazy Giannis trade that involves Reeves and all their picks, NBA insider Zach Lowe said on the Zach Lowe Show Thursday. I think there's a middle ground where the Lakers, there's some buzz about could they sort of make a fringy trade to try to upgrade this roster. I think as this new ownership comes in, I think they're trying to maximize this team. Essentially, Lowe is insinuating that, instead of completing a headline-worthy trade that would alter the Western Conference power dynamic, the Lakers will likely make a smaller deal to address a specific issue. Considering that many don't believe the Lakers are serious championship contenders, the Lakers' stance on trading Reeves to Milwaukee for Antetokounmpo is puzzling, to say the least. A superstar like Antetokounmpo is exactly what Luka Doncic and the Lakers need to get over the hump this season. The 6'11" NBA champion is known for getting defenders off balance with a swift crossover jab before finishing above the rim and using his defensive versatility to make life challenging for backcourt and frontcourt opponents. Antetokounmpo, who's currently nursing a calf injury, is averaging 28.9 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game with the below-average 11 to 15 bucks. However, it appears the Lakers are content with going in a different direction during the 2025-26 trade season.